Josh Arnold's song.
Joe,
play the thing.
guess what we're doing?
What?
We're rolling.
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings you Garage Logic podcast number 1837, August 25th, 2026. 96 degrees, the record high on this day in 2013. 41 degrees was the record low on this day in 1887. Call Josh Arnold at 952-5608 for a free 48-minute consultation.
1978 to 79, number 1, Laverne and Shirley. Number 2, Three's Company.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the
It's
east shore
Tuesday.
of Spoon Lake,
Flip Wilson.
it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Heidt in the newsroom, and of course, the rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
Vladimir Putin clears schedule as CIA chief, meaning ours, makes secret trip to Moscow on U.S. military jet as Ukraine is warned to halt strikes. Okay, I have a little problem with this. This is on every website I look at, this secret trip. Well, that means it's not secret.
Got it.
If it was a secret trip, we wouldn't know that the CIA guy went to meet with Putin.
Does Iran know about this?
Well, they do now.
Okay, that's
it's not a
bad.
secret.
Are they going to take him out in a catering truck?
You know what it is? Secrets aren't what they used to be.
What?
Secrets aren't what they used to be.
Okay.
When did it go bad, Joe?
1978.
Yep.
Attaboy, Ken.
That's a big softball, Kenny. Nice work.
Actually, that's a good. Kenny raises an interesting point.
No,
this
he
should
doesn't.
become a new segment on our show, Secrets. I think that's a big
No,
hit
I
now.
like
us
I
with
like
your
the
secrets.
segment should be called "When Did It Go Bad?"
When did it go bad? Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Call me now.
That's about the time. Well, in fact, I'll make it for sure. 1978, dogs went on leashes. And that unleashed wildlife in the city. Vladimir
So
Putin.
hold on.
Well, we got
Matthew mentioned the food cart secret and how that wasn't a secret. That is such an open thing now. Everybody knows it, that they're actually going to put windows in the food cart so Trump can wave at everybody as he's being secreted away.
Every day when I go to the airport, I check every catering truck to make sure there's no politician in it.
Vladimir Putin cleared his schedule for a major event before CIA Chief John Ratcliffe landed in Moscow on a secret trip. It wasn't secret. That's and the jet mysteriously landed in Russia. No, it didn't. It landed normally.
They had a flight plan.
It was like Brett Favre
What do you
coming
mean
to
it disappeared
Minneapolis.
and came back into view and then disappeared again?
They had to file a flight plan. They knew.
This was not a secret. There's nothing mysterious about it. And a source told Axios that the U.S. had warned Ukraine to pause strikes. In other words, they didn't want to shoot down this
If
Ratcliffe.
this strike pause,
Yeah.
Right.
The spy chief traveled to the Russian capital to attend meetings, sources told CBS News. Fine, then don't call it a secret.
I'm with you.
Other Russian who cares? You know what? We don't know what the hell they're doing.
What do you suppose they could be talking about?
It's a secret. I don't know what they're talking about. But that'll become known because secrets aren't what they used to be.
My money is on ending the war.
Let's see. It's a major event.
Major.
This is a major,
It's a major event.
It's a major event involving the president, meaning Putin, has been.
yes,
Yes.
Trump, this is secret.
What? I have to tell you. Что такое? Желаю удачи.
Hold, please.
Yes. Can you hold, please?
Hold, please.
I gotta put
I
this
wish
on
I knew
Truth
that
Social.
in Russian.
Joe,
I
are
wish I
you
knew
reading
that.
those pages to yourself that you're turning? The job is to read it out loud. You're not sitting at home at the kitchen table.
I'm the only one attempting to do a show.
I know you are.
Well, you got to use your voice.
Okay, here's my voice. It's not only not a secret, But the plane that landed mysteriously, it's a U.S. Boeing C-17 Globemaster. We even know
one.
we know everything
what that
about
is.
this.
Yes.
It's not a secret. It's not a mystery.
Ready?
Ты можешь подержать.
Can you hold, please?
The plane had arrived in Latvia's capital, Riga, on August 23rd. Okay, so that's not a secret. 2 days later, it made the 2-hour trip across the lake there to Russia. A diplomatic motorcade sped through the Russian capital because it's a secret. Because they had to,
Right.
Yeah,
if you went
speed.
slow, they might know what was who was in the car. But this is a secret. The CIA has been involved in recent prisoner swaps between the U.S. and Russia. Okay, that's all I have on this. I just wanted to get it off my chest that secrets aren't what they used to be. Nor did the plane land mysteriously. I got a note from the Mink, who writes he was reading Alpha News, as I did this morning, and they had a story on this new drug camp on Randolph and 7th Street. No, I'm sorry, Randolph and Shepherd Road.
Yes.
It's in the woods there. And it's turning into another mess very quickly. Does that surprise anyone?
No, I talked to another resident, Colin, that lives there.
Hey.
And he said he has not been bothered as well as the other occupant told me.
Well, what the Mink finds curious were photos of large numbers of people with all kinds of gear being dropped off by a stream of vehicles, like a bunch of kids getting dropped off at camp.
Bible camp.
Is someone organizing this? If so, we need to find out who is behind it. What I'm seeing appears to be purposeful. You want to set an over-under on how long we get an overdose or murder? Well, I'm afraid he's right. No one will do anything until that happens. They did pick up some audio of the guy being dropped off at the site.
Really? What happened?
Well, he said to someone in the the car, "See you at the fair."
Probably taking public transit, huh? Yes. I got it.
I have to laugh.
Was that a joke?
I think it really happened. Hello?
See you at the fair. See,
Greatest line ever.
yesterday, Jordy heard the audio of the guy who left his kid on Mount Fuji.
Yes.
And his departing words were, "See you at
See
the
you
fair."
at the fair.
And then today, you get these people taking the drug addicts down to the new drug camp
Right.
Well, when are they going to see him next?
at the fair.
Okay.
Oh, I try and make it easy for you morons, but you don't. Say, Mike Lindell.
So are you reading this to everybody else?
No, I was just reading it to myself.
It's like he's sitting at the table at home while a mayhem
Drinking
goes
coffee,
on
and
around
I'm
him.
ignoring everything that's going on. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Just reading the paper.
Need a
I wonder what
sandwich?
my horoscope is today.
Do you ever see old clips of Jonathan Winters on the Tonight Show?
Yes.
Sure.
My
Yeah.
God, he was funny.
Yeah.
Just one of the funniest human beings.
One of the
ever lived.
most depressed people to ever walk the planet.
Well, he went in, he got treatment. And last night I saw one where he and Carson were discussing the fact that they used to drink heavily. And Carson said, "Do you have any memories?" And Jonathan Winters said, "I have some I remember. A lot I don't remember. But one I remember, I was sitting on the highway. I can't do it. I'm not even going to try to do it.
Come
It's not-
on.
no, I can't do it. It's not. Say, Mike Lindell is back in the news. With absolutely no one should be surprised at this. He didn't pay the $835,000.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's withholding payment
Oh. You can do that?
to have
I've tried
his-
that before. It never works.
No, it didn't work, did it?
No.
Mike Lindell is withholding payment required for a recount and audit of ballots cast in the Republican primary, claiming that the Secretary of State's office has proposed an unlawful recount process. Here's the deal. This is out of the Trump playbook, and the Trump playbook is everything that Roy Cohn told Trump. Always delay, always file suit, don't pay people, just delay everything. It's the same thing, only so Lindell is I would imagine, and God forbid that I'm defending the Secretary of State because I think they are complicit in making voting the most complicated thing in the world. But what suddenly is unlawful on the Secretary of State's part that the recount is unlawful? Lindell's just making that up.
Grasping at
That's
straws.
part of the game. Just accuse them of something. No one will pay any attention to you. They'll assume they're doing something unlawful, and then file a lawsuit and whatever. Lindell, you don't have a prayer. You lost by too many thousands of votes. You're wasting your time and you're wasting the state's time.
Show me. Was it Anoka? Was it St. Paul? Where?
Lindell said his campaign's $825,000 was primed and ready to cover the costs, but had not been submitted because of a dispute over the planned scope of the recount. The campaign said state officials intend to recount only the votes cast for Lindell and Damuth, and not all the votes cast in the gubernatorial primary. So this is just minutia that Lindell has found an in where it sounds like he's somewhat credible enough to say, well, that's not how you're supposed to do it, which is all BS. Lindell is full of BS, and this is right out of the Roy Cohn playbook.
But what
Delay, obfuscate, sue,
Okay.
do anything you have to
I've been
not be
giving this-
responsible for your actions.
I've been thinking about this a little too seriously, and I've concluded that I'm not going to believe anything Mike says. It's kind of the boy who cried wolf syndrome. It's like, okay, Mike, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I was wondering what politician, either side of the aisle, if they had said the same thing, who would I believe? Would I believe them?
I would not. I would not believe
Any politician?
No, I would not believe anyone.
But you
I don't
admit-
believe in anyone anymore.
Well, I think that's healthy, actually.
I don't believe in anyone.
Well, do you think that the voting system is okay?
Yeah, I do.
But wouldn't it cost?
I sense you're giving up because you don't.
I don't.
You don't
believe
want
in
to
it. I
delve
don't believe
deeper.
in anything. I don't like mail-in voting, but I guess it can be done properly. You know what? To me, voting was a great American experience. It used to be. It no longer is. It's
The youth
I
have
think-
taken care of that.
I think what we have here is Joe Souchere, the nihilist mayor. I see you floating in a pool next to an empty vodka bottle.
Right. right.
That must be exhausting.
Yes, you in the back.
I have a question.
Okay, it better be on topic.
Based upon everything that's happened
I don't even know what the topic is.
with
but
this candidate, why didn't they demand the payment up front before they decided to do the recount?
Well, they
well,
did.
They did. And that, but so in other words, no recount is taking place.
No, it won't even
okay.
start.
I misunderstood then. The
Yeah.
way. Okay.
They won't start it until he forks over the money and that check clears.
But won't it
Okay.
cost more to verify all records rather than just the ones that were for Lindell? Is $800,000 going to be $1.6 million now because they're counting them all?
Matthew, nobody cares.
You know what? You accidentally asked a correct
I
question.
love when I do that because I'm never trying to.
I know.
I'm never trying to.
Golly.
No, that you accidentally, you are correct.
I appreciate that backhanded
Thank you.
compliment. Thank you.
You are correct. Because you
I'm
know
too
what?
stupid to be offended, right?
That would serve Lindell right. They should go back to him and say, okay, you want us to count everybody? Make your check for $1.3 million.
He don't got it. Right.
He doesn't have the 825. Who are you kidding?
It took him a long time to come up with this excuse for not writing the check.
It did. It did.
And in my defense, Joe, I didn't hear that part because you were saying that to yourself. You weren't telling the audience.
Yeah, your lips were moving, but
This is silly, Lindell.
Mike, go home.
You're a waste of time.
Go
you
home.
had no shot. You are a moron. You know, you're a moron. I mean, sorry. And this just won't work. Now he's asking the state to waive the payment deadline
no.
until
I
a
think-
court can rule on the parameters of the
need all
recount.
that.
See, Joe,
He's got $14 in the bank.
I want the liquidation.
Joe, wait, now, your anger.
I'm not angry. I'm amused.
Okay.
I don't
'cause I was
believe in
gonna
anything.
Tell me the difference.
I liken him to a clown
Yes.
that just keeps bumping into things and falling down.
The
And,
Joe Palooka deal?
yeah, and his fake nose falls off and he puts it on. And
Mike, did it ever occur to you that maybe they were cutting you a deal to only count you and Dameth. They cut you a deal. That's $825. You want us to count everybody? That's another $500,000 we need. Hello,
Mike,
Mike.
go home.
This isn't worth our worry, is it?
No, here's
No,
why
not
it
worry.
is.
Definitely not.
Here's why it is, though.
Chris, come on.
But it shows you
Chris.
what a sham the political game has just become.
In what sense, Chris?
Every sense. It's all a spectacle. It's all a game. The only people that hold seats are incompetent buffoons that get elected by activists. That's what this has become.
How does Mike Lindell benefit from all of this? That's what I can't figure out. Why is he doing this to himself?
Because he's delusional, and he thinks that maybe he actually should be an important political figure in the country. He's not, and he won't be, but he's delusional.
And I have an analogy that I don't know if I ever told this story about Patrick, but back in the 80s, we were out at the fair, and a relative came up to the front of the booth and waved at him, and Patrick says to me, "Oh, bleep, now I have to go out and act like I like this jackass." I think that's what President Trump's reaction is to Mike Lindell. You know what I mean?
Well,
put him on hold. Tell him I'm busy.
And haven't you noticed that Trump has been curiously silent on all Lindell matters?
I think he's relieved.
Yeah, God, will this guy. Even Trump is saying, "Will this guy go away?"
Maybe he'll finally go away now.
No, it's just and the other thing that has happened to us is that we've invented a myriad of opportunities for people like Lindell to stall, delay, create doubt, file suits, don't pay. There's a million outs for this. So he can keep up this BS talk for ages by continuing to point out what he thinks is the flaw in the system.
I think the new nihilist.
I'm throwing this away.
For forever. I think we're done with this topic forever.
Go
I
away,
do
Mike.
think the new nihilist mayor of Garage Logic should join me in my campaign to never ever vote again. I'm never voting again. It's just a waste of time.
I can't get there, but I certainly.
Tell me why you think your vote matters.
I don't know, Ken, and I don't like
See?
those.
See? You're mostly there.
That's one of them. What's the word I want? That's one of them extraterrestrial questions. No, what's the word I want? Well, I'm existential questions.
Before you switch topics, our geologist checked in. She lives down in that area, down off Shep, and she said, "We are having attempted break-ins in the condos around me." Mm-hmm. With that homeless kid.
I made my surveillance visit. It remains completely. Get the foghorn ready.
I got you.
It's completely inappropriate to have allowed the drug camp to move next door to an honest place of residence where people are paying big-time rents. That was foolish. The mayor's on the hook for this. I had great hopes for her, Collie her.
Pun intended?
No, but my God, this is ridiculous. These people aren't homeless. They're drug addicts. Yeah. Arrest them or create some sort of, I know a lot of people have to hit bottom before they want to get some help. I don't know what could the bottom possibly be beyond living in the woods?
Death.
I guess death. And then it's too late.
Yeah.
Then it's too late.
Yep.
But this is all a group of people who, God help them, have hit bottom.
And there are daily drug overdoses. They just go unreported. I don't mean deaths. I mean overdoses. They're not reported.
And we could build a Taj Mahal of drug treatment facility where each person could have a room. There'd be common rooms with big TVs. They could watch ball games between their meetings and go and study and get help. And not 5 of them would take up that offer.
Right.
Because they're done. They've hit the bottom, and they're staying at the bottom, and her doesn't have a bleeping idea what to do about it.
How can this be? There's too many professionals, especially in Minnesota. We got Betty Ford, Hazelden. We got...
Those are all expensive, Matt. They're not going there.
But they have to have satellite people where they would have the know-how
You,
to help.
you guys aren't cynical enough. They are right where the politicians want them to be.
Under the thumb?
This is everything is going as planned, and nothing will ever change. If we wanted to solve the homeless and the drug addiction problem, we would solve it. We don't want to do it. They're right where we want them to be.
There's so few, relatively speaking, that I think that pokes a hole in your ridiculous argument. They're not where they want them to be because they're not enough of a mass for voting purposes. There just aren't enough of them.
What do you explain?
Well,
I don't.
What it serves the public class no good to have a drug camp. The drug camp can't do anything for them. It allows a few activists to draw some money, but in terms of gaining votes, there's 100 people down there. Big deal. It's 100 people who can cause a great deal of civic disturbance, but they can't undo an election or
100 people in St. Paul, 100 more in Minneapolis.
I find,
100
but
in
you're going to have to
Duluth,
explain
St.
to me how
Cloud.
that helps the politician.
Well, it wasn't a well thought out.
It really wasn't.
Statement. I mean, my God, it's public. It's talk radio. Come on.
It's not talk
We're making-
radio.
Yeah,
We're
we're
on
making-
a podcast.
Yeah, but it's all bullshit.
No, it isn't. What you came up with was
Killed a good 3 minutes.
When we walk out the door, we just say, "Hey, what are you doing today? How's the game going? Hey, let's get out of here. How about this pump? Nah, we're not talking about that. Just doing the show."
Eco Fun Motorsports.
I'll talk about that right now.
Did you ever get your scooter running?
All it needs is a new battery.
Well, that'll never run.
Well, I haven't ridden
needs
it
to-
for a while.
Kenny needs to accessorize the handlebars, right?
Kenny, I need new tassels.
Eco Fun Motorsports in Forest Lake, Highway 97, immediately west of the
Yep, we're not fighting.
immediately
Freudian
west
slip
of
there.
the interstate. Look at the video on the screen. It's the most fun story you'll ever be in. Scooters, motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, electric bike capital of the world. Those scooters, by the way, of which I am highly familiar. I'm running 90 miles of errands on urban adventures on 1 gallon of gas. E-bikes in stock, 120 motorcycles on display with great names like Kawasaki, Aprilia, Yamaha, Moto Guzzi. Those scooters that I rave about, they're on sale starting at $14.99. Kawasaki mules side-by-sides. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis. And tell them you heard that on GL. You're going to get the free trailer. Check out the full lineup at ecofunmotorsports.com. Better yet, go to the store. It's fun. EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake, Highway 97, west of the interstate. Just about 2 or 3 roundabouts, and bing, bang, boom, you're there. And down in Burnsville on the service road of life near County Road 42, ecofunmotorsports.com.
Hail the flashlight king.
never had a relationship with a tree. Joe Souchere.
I thought I was being really smart yesterday when I was talking about Seafoam, and I ran down the top 10, or the 10. I thought there were only 10 Seafoam products: the engine treatment, the Marine Pro Seafoam top engine cleaner, high mileage engine treatment. Now they have 2 fuel injectors, the IC5 fuel injector and the high mileage fuel injector. I have used the IC5. I actually use that a lot. Trans-Tune, Deep Creep, Bugs Be Gone. And I was in Fleet Farm today looking for universal power steering fluid. I found that. But you know what else I found? The Seafoam SUV and truck treatment stuff. Big 20-ounce jugs. I forgot all about that. There's actually 11 Seafoam products that you can buy, and I have used that. So I'm actually at 8 out of 11 now that I've put in the universal power steering fluid to stop the squealing on my truck. Schoonovers is going to be handling that in the next couple of weeks. But we're talking at least 11, and there's probably more Seafoam products out there to keep our vehicles running and looking sharp. And yeah, Fleet Farm has them. Other big box stores have them. Auto parts stores, your local NAC. Wherever you find fine automotive chemicals is where you will find these fine products from Seafoam.
Target's in the news again.
What do we got now?
You know, every time there's a foodborne illness, the news gatherers race to the nearest Chipotle. And they talk to some 17-year-old with a complexion problem and say, what the hell's wrong with the guacamole?
Yep.
Target is the Chipotle of retailers. Apparently, when there's a problem, it's Target's fault. This time it is their fault. They've had to pull a Halloween costume off the shelves. I don't know how it got on the shelves in the first place. I'd always be prepared to say this is nonsense, but I don't think this one is nonsense. I think they made a mistake. They got a clown costume that looks identical to Al Jolson doing blackface. Well, what the hell were they thinking? What were they thinking?
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's these college graduate kids that are now
don't have any contacts.
that are now running all of these big stores that, like you just said, they have no frame of reference whatsoever. So it looked cute and funny to them, and they just had no idea. They're dum-dums. They're college-educated morons.
Yeah, but they came out of the failed academy where the only thing they ever talked about was racial equity.
You got me there.
I don't get it.
You're right.
We're both right. So they come up with this costume. It was ridiculous. So they did the right thing and got rid of it. But Target is always in the new. If they got the wrong rainbow clothes, they got to
LBGT.
So
everything. What the hell's problem? Why?
I read the story before I saw the picture, and the whole time I'm reading the story, I'm going, "Oh, give me a break! This is nothing." And then I saw the picture, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right, I get it."
I was totally prepared to go into one of my rants about dark people, meaning people with evil thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I said, what are you morons selling that for?
I had the same reaction that Kenny did, but then I saw the picture and I went, oh no. And then I saw a side-by-side of an old minstrel show thing, and the minstrel show characters in the exact position that the ad is from Target. Yep, exactly.
You brought up something, though, at the beginning of the story. Why do we rush to find out how Target falls on whatever issue? Why does the world give a crap about what Target says and does?
And what about Chipotle? If there's a bad sprout somewhere in Nevada, the Chipotle on Grand Avenue has to close. What's the hell the deal? Chipotle, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Target, I feel sorry for you, except in this case, you're an idiot. That's a good question. Why is Target the arbiter of retail taste? What? Target?
I don't know why.
It's a cut rate store, isn't it?
Right. You can buy some paper towels,
You
toilet
can
paper, get a prescription
get your
filled.
school supplies.
I go there because I don't like going to Walmart.
I don't go there because I don't go to stores, but everyone I'm associated with in my sphere, they always go to Target. I just don't go to stores. Okay,
I love going to Walmart.
I know you do because you're a moron.
Yeah.
I find more aristocrats at Target than I do at Walmart.
Your Walmart on Robert after University closed changed quite
University
a bit.
didn't close. University in
Bro.
Hamlin?
Oh, yeah, in about 1978.
Well,
Oh, that's when it changed.
Well, it's okay. Then. That's when it happened.
That's when it all changed.
Wait a minute. The Target on
no,
University?
no. Oh, Walmart. The Walmart on
Well, you
University.
said Target, I thought.
Did I say Target? I misspoke then. When the Walmart on University closed, the Robert Street store changed quite a bit.
I see.
Yeah.
In what sense?
But
More
the
secure?
Walmart in Iowa is
Hey,
fantastic.
Chris, do you happen to have the?
Yeah, as long as I get the time in the town.
Now you go down to Denver.
Okay, so anyway, Target's going to get that off the shelves, and your
But
kid.
why is Target the mainstay? Why are they the go-to?
I don't know. I guess are they in other states?
Yeah, all 50.
They're
I
everywhere,
would
aren't
imagine.
they? Are they in Europe, I wonder?
Yeah.
Are they
Target,
really?
yeah, I think they are,
You
yes.
don't know, do you?
I'm almost positive.
Yeah, as long as I
Target,
get the time in the town.
Target Canada didn't pan out as well as they thought.
Especially now.
Well,
Because
those $90 pair of socks, they're killing us.
Right.
I'm going to save this for John's news. The
Matthew,
Target.
Does
Matthew,
not
I
have
love
a
you.
physical store in Europe.
Matthew, I love you. Target operates retail stores in only one country. That would be the United States. 2,000 retail locations across all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
But not Canada.
They briefly opened stores in Canada from 2013 to 2015
Didn't
before
work out.
closing those locations.
Didn't work out?
Right.
No.
They also
Because they probably sold that Al Jolson costume.
they also squashed plans to open a Target in Australia.
That'd be a ways to go. That'd be a road trip to go there,
Hey,
huh?
I've just had a post-career idea for you. You want a little job just to keep you busy after you retire. You don't want the job to be too strenuous.
talking
And this
to
could
you
be
or
for
me?
any of us. I think we all fall into the age group. Since these college-educated morons are now running things, they're going to need consultants our age that they can run stuff by. Hey, I want
Wait
to
a
run
minute.
something by you. I'm going to
Wait
send
a
you an
minute.
What do
email.
you got?
Wait a minute.
I'm watching cartoons.
That's $1 million idea. It's probably already being done, but somebody that runs Target should call me and say, look, we got to run some stuff by you. I go over there. I get $650 an
Joe,
hour.
They send you an email. You don't go anywhere.
All right.
You're at the golf course.
And I bill them for at least 2 hours. And then I email them back and say, don't sell that.
And then
Thus saving
And here's
them,
why.
And
Here's
thus
why.
saving them all that trouble.
Yeah. Well, like John said, what photo did you look up with the Target thing?
Well, I looked up just
a minstrel.
I looked up the ad, and somebody online had put the old minstrel picture.
Yeah. So that's what
beside
you
this.
do, Joe.
Yep.
You send them back a picture of the
Yeah.
old minstrels,
Right.
and then you
Right.
There
tee
you
off
go.
for number 6.
And then
And
they
you bill
ask
them
him-
for 2 hours.
They ask him, what was the what year was it the last time you went into a Target? And when you
Try to get that in again. 1978.
78. That's when everything went to hell.
The Garage Logic Consulting Group. I like it.
Wow.
Let's go.
Oh my God!
you can-
LTD or LLE or whatever the
But
hell
here,
it is.
Here. You can make fun of that, but that's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
They need me.
But
They need all of us.
what, Nacho, seriously, what would we advise? What would
I
their
would advise
question
them
be?
not to sell that.
Don't sell LBGT.
And
You
I
don't
would
need
point
to.
out that, in many cases, I'd be able to defend you for a costume, but in this one, you are too significantly recapturing an air of white people who are dressed up in black costumes and blackface, and you look ridiculous selling this. Next. What do you got next?
Next.
And they should also consult us on store layout.
I
Keep
don't know anything about the layout.
Well, I do. Keep the same products in the same area. I'm sick of
God. Yep.
chasing from one side of the store to the other because the two products aren't placed in the same area on the shelf in the aisle.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
wants-
we remodeled. No, you didn't. You just
No,
moved.
it's some
You just moved it.
college-educated moron who thinks
Yeah.
this is the way to go. Some marketing idiot.
There's a little Target that I go to,
Mini
so-called
Target.
Little Target.
Yeah, I know what it is.
And it has vegetables and fruit.
Not everything, but a sample.
I didn't say everything. They have vegetables and fruit.
Yeah. What What fruit
Well,
do
this
you
has
buy?
been around
You
since
get carrots,
1978.
A bag of carrots on your scooter.
Grapes. Do they have grapes, I wonder?
Yes, they do. They do
Green
have
or
grapes.
red?
So in other words,
I'm a red guy.
Kenny wants electronics adjacent to intimates.
Do they have intimates at Target?
Yes, they do.
They do?
That's when I bought the wrong underwears.
Underpants.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The
got-
edibles? You had them gone before you got
I
home?
had 6 pair before I got home.
That's Larry the Cable Guy.
Love that one.
Well, I want
No,
to
that-
tell you about the world's best garage floor.
Please.
By Installed Building Solutions. You mentioned this right now. You're going to get $250 off. This is the latest technology in epoxy garage floors, and they'll handle the life we lead in Minnesota, which is full of salt, snow, gravel, sand, and rocks half the year. Won't affect your garage floor. You can just hose it out, sweep it out, spill a little oil, clean it up. But Installed Building Solutions also offers melamine cabinets and overhead storage solutions. Melamine is a product like Formica or something.
Got it.
It's a deal.
Okay.
And these are all customizable. They have a showroom in Farmington. You can get every color of the garage floors down there. Check that out. But also see all this customizable space that you can get, this customizable overhead space from Installed Building Solutions. That garage will just become absolutely a part of the house. Call that showroom, 651-463-9333. To reach IBS, we call it IBS, Installed Building Solutions. You know, if you want to do something quick, we've made it simple. Go to garagelogic.com/IBS.
Here's a man who spends hours in hardware stores, sifting through the nuts and bolts of life. Joe Souchere.
Man, oh man. You know what's the best thing about summer? Crystal clear water from Hofferman Water and Connecticut. You know what? So many things get improved when you decide to make the switch to Hofferman Water and Connecticut. Sure, your laundry's better. Yeah. Of course, your showers are better. Your cooking is better. You have the best ice, courtesy of Hofferman Water.
I love a good ice cube.
Oh, man. Yep. Can you beat good ice, Joe, this time of the year?
I love a good ice cube.
Yeah.
And Hofferman Water in Connecticut will make that happen.
Can you make a round one?
You know what I found the other day? Quick side note. I'm going to take the jump. Rookie turned me on to getting a personalized ice machine for the kitchen. I'm 100% going to get one.
You
would never put you only put Hofferman Water
put
in there.
Hofferman Water in it.
Bang, bang, boom. But you got to get on the schedule right now to have them come out for that free water analysis. You do that one of two ways. Call them up, 612 612-895-2440, or better yet, book your appointment online at HoffermanWater.com. And as long as you're on that website, you can see every single different water treatment system that they have to offer. Again, 612-895-2440, or visit HoffermanWater.com. Hofferman Water has been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Please do me a favor and mention that you heard about them right here on the Garage Logic podcast.
Here's John Heidt.
Thank you, Joe. This news brought to you by North American Banking Company. The incidence of smashed car windows climbing in Minneapolis continues as police work to count the growing number of smashed windows. The police told 5 Eyewitness News they are still calculating how many cars have been hit after the damage continued through the weekend into Monday. Minneapolis police said 87 windows were smashed on Friday's overnight spree. 5 Eyewitness News crews then found at least 10 more damaged vehicles Saturday and saw more broken windows early Monday morning on Marshall Street. Minneapolis police said some descriptions point to a group of teens. Other descriptions describe one masked person. Minneapolis police shared a statement saying MPD recognizes how concerning these incidents are for residents. MPD has established a commander position, they continued, responsible for coordinating property crime investigations citywide. Previously, those investigations were primarily managed within individual precincts. The change is intended to improve coordination, information sharing, and the identification of connections among incidents occurring in different areas of the cities, according to the statement.
I mentioned this last week. When you had to take university to get here instead of before 280 reopened, I would routinely go through campus, and they had move-in day like a week or two ago, whenever that was. I am not joking. You take the side street to get back onto university off the freeway. There were 6 different spots that all had busted glass on the
really
same
bad.
side of the street.
Yeah, it's bad down on the 3rd precinct, too.
I couldn't believe it, Ken.
Had both his personal truck and his work truck smashed twice already this year.
So we don't think it's meth heads looking for change.
No, these are kids.
No,
Garth
nothing's
Brooks
stolen.
CDs.
Nothing's gone.
It
They just break
smacks
the
of
window.
malignant boredom.
Well, not having the flock cameras, but can't they put those stand-still cameras that they put in the parking lots?
It won't
That
deter
doesn't-
them.
Nothing.
No.
No.
This is just a sport. It's game for them. I can't remember, Kenny, if you're the one that said this. You're better off just leaving your car unlocked with the windows down. In all
Yeah, and
seriousness.
that doesn't stop it either. That turns out that's not a deterrent.
You're kidding. Wow.
No, it's like you said, it's a sport.
It's tough to roll down the front window.
With the car off.
Yeah. No. The windshield.
Oh.
Story you talked about earlier,
God,
Joe.
help me. Yeah.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Mike Lindell says he's withheld payment to cover the cost of that recount after this month's loss in the primary election. He says the Secretary of State's office proposed an unlawful process to recount the votes.
No, it's not unlawful. He just makes it up. Okay,
away,
Mike.
Mikey.
Okay, Mike.
Lindell needed to submit the $825,000 to the state by midnight. This past midnight, yesterday, or is that today or yesterday when it's midnight?
Midnight is last night.
Okay, midnight last night, but asked that the deadline be waived until a court can rule on the parameters of the recount. Lindell lost by 45,000 votes to Lisa Damuth on August 11th, said he planned to challenge the primary results. By law, he's required to cover the cost of a hand recount. The Secretary of State's office released a statement saying our office provided the contingent recount plan to Mr. Lindell after it was approved by the State Canvassing Board August 18th. The plan follows state law and administrative rules on recount procedures and is consistent with plans of its kind for the past 2 decades. Lindell's statement also cites evidence of an $825,000 wire transfer that he said is primed, ready to cover the cost. Minnesota rules governing recounts published in 2010 say officials must stack votes in one pile for each candidate that is the subject of the recount, and then one pile for all other ballots. So
It's all right out of a playbook. Just go away, Mike.
If he was such a buddy of President Trump, why didn't he get a light cabinet position somewhere?
Well, they would have kept him quiet.
This is one big giant, why don't you tell me?
Yes, right.
About 40 men at Oak Park Heights Prison refused to go back to their cells last Thursday before staff resolved the situation without any injuries. According to the Minnesota Department of Corrections, the men refused staff instructions to return to their cells after an escalating dispute between several men. When the group refused to cooperate, they became aggressive, and prison staff then withdrew. At the same time, facility leaders activated additional resources, developed a plan to resolve the situation, which included other units in Oak Park Heights being placed on lockdown as a precaution. A crisis negotiation team and other special ops teams were activated. Then DOC officials said that facility staff and negotiators began communicating with the leaders of the resistant group. After several hours, men in the unit agreed to return to their cells. Operations continued as normal after staff secured the men in their cells. DOC leaders praised Oak Park Heights staff for their response. DOC said the inmates involved will be subject to disciplinary action for their actions. Criticism for President Trump's new plan to lower beef prices coming from Minnesota farmers and Republican Minnesota gubernatorial candidate Lisa Dameth. On Friday, the president announced on Truth Social, as we work to rebuild this herd and help our ranchers for the next 90 days, the U.S. will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of products of ground beef to be imported with no out-of-quota tariff. Dameth posted on social media over the weekend saying, while we all want lower prices, flooding the markets with below-market foreign beef is the wrong approach. Dameth continued, I've spoken to several Minnesota ranchers about their concerns regarding this important issue, and I will be conveying my views to the Trump administration. The Minnesota State Cattlemen's Association responded, saying it was disappointed, does not support government intervening in the market in this way. Why don't we take a quick break here and hear from Mr. Olson?
I don't know. Is it late summer yet? Has anybody determined that, or is it fall?
Yes, it is.
I think fall starts the day after Labor Day. If you've been waiting for that.
No, if you're a Royal Order of the 21st, it starts after June 21st.
So it's already fall.
Yeah, but it's been a nice fall.
Here's the point I've been trying to make. If you've been waiting this summer for a good deal on a new pontoon or fishing boat, today, right now, today is your day. Warner Stock, they've slashed prices on all remaining 2026 inventory, including Premier pontoons, Bentley pontoons, Alumacraft, and Skeeter boats. We can choose from a extensive selection and take advantage of these late summer deals right now. I do know one thing. There is enough summer left to get out and enjoy the water in Warner Stock in New Richmond, the best place in the Midwest to get that new boat. Speaking of boats, Warner Stock, they specialize in Alumacraft powered by Suzuki, Yamaha, and Mercury outboards, and Warner Stock loves trade. They'll also buy your old boat if you're thinking about selling your fishing boat or your pontoon, but you don't want the hassle of Marketplace or Craigslist. Warner Stock in New Richmond, they're always purchasing used boats and pontoons up to 15 years old. They do it all: sales, service, storage, docks, lifts. Warner Stock in New Richmond is the place for all of our boating needs. You can check out their extensive selection on the web, warnersdock.com.
This guy wears many hats, just not indoors. Joe Souchere.
North American Banking Company, the official bank here in Garage Logic, and they have been investing in your success since 1998. On account of, you want to know why? They wanted to create a better banking experience for everybody. Because you know what? They realize that you, your family, and your business, you're not just a number. No, they realize that you help contribute here in the Twin Cities metro area, and that's what they believe in. Because they are locally owned and operated. So that means all of the loan decisions, those are made right here in the Twin Cities. They don't sell these to out-of-state companies. No, that money stays right here in the Twin Cities. But you got to see it for yourself. They have 6 wonderful and convenient Twin Cities locations to serve you, whether it's Roseville, 50th in France, Woodbury, Hastings, Shoreview, and also in Maple Grove. They offer you the same updated online and mobile banking tools as all of those other big national banks. Whether you're looking to buy a home, buy a new car, finance a new home renovation project, or starting up your own business, North American Banking Company is here for you. NABankco.com to learn more. That's their website. It's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender. Johnny?
Thanks, Chris. In national and international news, the Trump administration expanded secondary sanctions against Iran yesterday, threatening penalties against foreign countries and companies that do business with Tehran. The move could restrict their access to the U.S. financial system also. The Treasury also sanctioned 60 people, entities, and vessels that it says are tied to Iran's nuclear and missile programs, oil trade, and cyber operations. The measures add pressure to an Iranian economy already strained by previous sanctions and a U.S. naval blockade. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent did not specify which countries might face the sanctions, but China, Turkey, and the UAE are Iran's largest trading partners. China buys roughly 80 to 90% of Iran's oil exports. Iranian oil reaches China via intermediaries and ship-to-ship transfers that can obscure its origin. Supreme Court has handed President Trump a victory in his efforts to restrict mail-in voting ahead of November's crucial midterms. In an unsigned 6-3 ruling, the Supreme Court lifting a lower court's June block on the president's executive order targeting mail-in voting after 23 Democratic states and Washington, D.C. sued the administration for the order's alleged unconstitutionality and presidential overreach. The president, in his push to remake American elections, has repeatedly blamed mail-in voting for widespread electoral fraud. The ruling does not settle whether the executive order would proceed ahead of the November midterms, where the Republican Party needs to defend its narrow majority in Congress. A part of the order covering the U.S. Postal Service remains blocked under a different injunction in August, which still needs to be resolved. The Supreme Court also did not outright rule on the legality of the president's order, only on the timing of the challenges to it, and it left open to future lawsuits, which critics have signaled they will file. Canada announced retaliatory tariffs this morning, as high as 50% on hundreds of American products just days after the collapse of trade talks, triggering punishing tariffs from the Trump administration on Canada. As a trade war between the countries intensifies, Canada will start collecting tariffs of 50, 25, and 15% on about 700 different products beginning September 8th. The most significant measure is a doubling of tariffs on American steel and aluminum to 50%, but the list of products affected ranges from household rolls of aluminum foil to railway locomotives and steel bridges. Many of the American products Canada will now tax mirror the Canadian exports hit by the new U.S. tariffs, especially in clothing, forestry products, and tools. But Canada is also targeting consumer products like dishwashers and washing machines. Also, a wide array of fish, frozen and fresh, dominate the list.
Hey, go touch me!
I saw the list. It was about 50 pages long. The first 20 pages were different fish products. Is there that many fish products that come from Canada?
What's a hockey stick going to cost?
Where can I go to get a good walleye? I have been craving walleye.
Walleye on a stick, ladies and gentlemen, at the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh,
boy.
Thank you. I will.
They'll be there Friday.
Oh, yes.
Not kidding.
Not at our place.
Oh, yeah. They're a proud supporter of the Garage Logic podcast at the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Good to see him. Good to
Thank
see
you. I'm
him.
so glad I said that out loud.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Matthew,
remember.
when are you going to give the power rankings of fair food on Garage Logic?
There won't be time.
That might be the second Friday. It's just the entire hour.
I suppose you're going to have to sample everything
You
beforehand.
got to see it for
yeah,
a week and then
it's true.
figure it out. Yeah.
Days after his sudden firing by the Pentagon, the former editor-in-chief of Stars and Stripes talked with CBS News yesterday. He said time will tell whether the military newspaper will remain editorially independent from the government agency it covers. The Defense Department delivered termination notices last week to Stars and Stripes editor-in-chief Eric Slavin, publisher Max Lederer, and Middle East reporter Laura Cordy, accusing them of insubordination. The dismissals raised questions about the future of the paper, which is partly funded by U.S. taxpayers, but has historically operated independently. In an interview yesterday on CBS News' The Takeout with Major Garrett, Slavin called the termination a real shock and unexpected. He had worked at Stars and Stripes for over 20 years, serving as a reporter and bureau chief before being promoted to editor-in-chief last fall. Stars and Stripes was first published way back during the Civil War.
Wow.
Yeah. In recent decades, the paper has prided itself on its editorial independence, meaning the federal government does not dictate what it can and can't publish.
They do now.
Slavin described the paper's goal as giving service members the straight truth. He said the service members held them accountable every day. He said if we get something that doesn't correspond with their lived experience, they call us out on it real fast. He said we never think really in terms of positive and negative, but I can certainly see why maybe the Pentagon would. But we don't shy away from that. We look for what's new, different, interesting, and relevant to U.S. service members.
And they reported on the conditions on the Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all new to me. I had obviously erroneously thought that Stars and Stripes was pure propaganda from the government.
No.
Wow, I had no idea. Who did Ernie Pyle write for? He didn't write for Stars and Stripes,
Yeah,
did he?
Syndicated.
I thought he did appear in Stars and Stripes, didn't he?
He
I
appeared
think.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
I've never picked up a copy.
no, I haven't either.
Where
Never
would you
seen
get
one.
it?
At that military base.
I don't think you're engaged in this conversation, Joe. I think this is the equivalent of you reading the newspaper.
His
at the
lips were
table.
moving, but his brain wasn't.
Did you notice how wide his eyes were? It was just a stare.
Yes,
Wide
yes.
stare with his eyes as he's talking.
Military base.
Military base.
All right. Next story, John.
A short workout or a nap can help protect memory after a sleepless night, according to a new McGill University-led study. Researchers found people who either finished up 20 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise or took a 90-minute nap performed about 22% better on memory tests after 30 hours without sleep than those who did neither. The findings, published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, point to practical ways to counter the effects of sleep deprivation.
Isn't that what the guy was doing that crashed the light rail train on the news the other night? Taking a little snooze on the job?
I don't think you should do it while you're working.
Probably not.
It's probably not a good idea. The study involved 54 healthy young adults who stayed awake for 30 consecutive hours under lab supervision. Participants were then assigned to one of three groups: a 20-minute cycling session, a 90-minute nap, or control condition. Hello?
Bring home carrots and bread.
3 days later, researchers tested their memory for images they had viewed immediately after the intervention. Those who exercised or napped.
It's like being at my dad's house.
Why would you want to miss Friday's show? This is what's going to happen on both Fridays at the fair.
I was at my parents on Saturday. My dad has his cell phone ring around so loud, it scared me. It's like, Jesus, what is that?
I was over trying to talk to him, and he had a video going so loud, and I kept telling him, turn it off, and he just said, I don't know how. I just don't know how. And it's like, all right, I got to go. See ya.
I don't know how.
It takes too much time.
John, you can stop that story. I have solved the not sleeping problem, GLers,
Yes,
and
sir.
this is free for you. A tequila NyQuil cocktail. Will always
Breaking
put you to sleep.
news, you mock me.
Oh, look at this.
Dolly Parton died.
What?
I just got a text from my wife, and she said actual tears for me.
Dolly Parton died.
Man.
Hold on. Let
I
me.
think she's about
You-
77.
Johnny, I got you.
You have depressed me now, Joe. Thanks a lot.
That is so sad.
We'll never hear from the trio again.
80 years young.
80?
Yep, I got it right here. Hang on.
She was as poor as ever.
Dolly, Emmy
now.
Lou, and
No,
Linda.
she was, though.
Yeah,
But she
great
remembered where
stuff.
she came from.
She
Legendary.
wasn't poor now.
I know, but I mean, she remembered.
She had a poor
Jesus
upbringing.
H. I'm going to
poor
shut
people.
both of your microphones off. Legendary singer, songwriter, and country music icon. I'm not foghorning it. Dolly Parton has passed away at the age of 80. Her nephew, Brian Seaver, revealed the news in an Instagram video. He added that it's an honor that, with mixed emotion, that we announced that Dolly unfortunately has passed away. The sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and in the arms of, and now is in the arms of Jesus. Oh my gosh, you pop-up ads are just annoying. Parton shared an update on her health on Friday, August 21st, acknowledging her recent decline after the March 2025 death of her husband, Carl Dean. Well, that's really sad.
Did she have cancer, I wonder?
I'm looking for that. I'm just trying to read this on the fly here. I'm not sure unless Johnny sees something else.
The only thing I see in May, she had responded well to treatment after, as she put it, her immune and digestive systems, quote, got all out of whack in recent years. That's the only thing I'm seeing about health. No cause was provided.
I was listening to a station on Sirius this morning, and I just heard Jolene again. What a freaking fantastic song that is.
Yeah, it's an amazing song.
GLers, do yourself a favor. Look up the trio with Dolly, Emmy Lou, and Linda Ronstadt.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Best.
Great
Oh, my
stuff.
God. One of the best vocal groups I've ever heard in my life. Unbelievable.
Wonderful stuff.
Coat of Many Colors. What else?
Great song.
What else
Yeah,
we
yeah,
put up
great
there
tune.
with Dolly?
Well, Jolene, I would put number one, probably Coda Miller. My Tennessee Mountain Home, obviously.
Yeah, that one's good
Oh,
too.
I Will Always Love You. Made better by Whitney, but
She wrote that, yeah. She wrote it.
Well, that's too bad.
You know the story about I Will Always Love You? Elvis tried to buy the rights to
Really?
She wrote it, and he said, I'll record it, but then I get the publishing rights. And smartly, Dolly said,
no thanks. But she
That ain't
did
gonna
say when
happen.
she heard Whitney sing that, it was angelic.
All right, Johnny, thank you.
Okay.
Summer's the time to get all the work done around in your house because it's too difficult in the winter, especially with garages. You don't want to leave that door open while they're working. If you need a new garage door, get a hold of Precision Garage Door. They have models of doors for every budget. A new door estimate is provided free of charge. The designer comes out, you go through the catalog, and the next thing you know, you've increased the value of your home, saved energy, provide better security. And right now, a $400 trade-in credit for your old garage door when you purchase a new garage door. You don't want to be doing this in January. We have winter. If you like your current door, but if you're wondering if it'll make it to January, get a hold of a Precision Door $79 safe and sound package. Let the guys come in there and throw a 25-point safety inspection at it, lube it up, give you the diagnostic report, the whole deal. Book online at precisiondoormn.com or call Precision Door at 612
I'm sorry, what's that number?
263-6985.
There it is.
You can schedule your free on-site new door estimate or book a Thought I'd make it.
I love you guys.
I thought I'd make it. Or
Open
book
the
a
door.
Precision Door
Open the door, huh?
safe and sound package.
'82, I was 17, my old man was 55. If you do the math between the two of us, that's 72 years of life. An eternity, so it seemed to me. How could anything live that long? Now I say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 1904, he was taught by men who fought in the actual Civil War. And only 8 decades passed, and my high school class put the tassels on the other side. Started on our way full of naivete on the great American ride. The months and years slide past, each more quickly than the last. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see 100 years ain't what it used to be.
Jolene.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and he feels fine. Joe Souchere.
It's not easy to predict when your roof is going to go wrong, when your siding is going to go bad, or when your gutters are going to be falling off. But if you see that or witness that after a storm, Walker Roofing has got you covered. 24/7 service is available, and their history. Yeah, Joe talks about the history, and I mock him for it, but it's extremely important. 88 years and 3 generations. They're not fly-by-night. They're going to be around for a long time. And again, they're not going door to door trying to say, well, you really should have a new roof done. No, if you need them, call them and have them come out and assess your roof, your siding, whatever the case may be. Better Business Bureau loves them. They were awarded a 50-year milestone by the BBB. And if you need to give them a buzz, I'll give you the telephone number, but write this website down or just remember it, walkerroofing.com. Super easy. Tell them that the Rook sent you, whether it's commercial, residential, siding, storm damage, whatever the case may be. They have excellent 24/7 emergency service for those unplanned situations, and they serve the greater Twin Cities metropolitan area. 651-251-0910. Tell them that you heard it on Garage Logic. It's Walker Roofing.
Do you know that Minneapolis has a dress code? How can a city create a dress code for a private business?
Hey, while you're busting out that window of that parked car, make sure you...
Yeah, you got to wear the proper attire.
The Minneapolis Business, Housing, and Zoning Committee of the City Council unanimously passed an ordinance that requires any licensed business that sells liquor to post its dress code, if it has one, near the entrance. Does that mean they don't have to have one? I believe the council passed this. It's Pearl Warren said it's really just simple. If you got a dress code, post it, and if you don't worry about it. Oh, so you don't have to, because the city has no business creating a dress code for a business, for a private business.
Correct.
So what's really going on here?
When I first saw the story, Joe, the point was they said some businesses were making up stories to throw people out.
Yeah.
And part of the story was you're not meeting our dress code when they actually didn't have a dress code.
Yeah, it's generally speaking for bars and nightclubs and the like.
Yeah.
Somehow this gets around to discrimination, apparently, and so the council is concerned that a bar might throw out an LGBTQ plus member if they didn't want whatever. So if you got a dress code, you have to post it.
Yeah.
What would the dress code be for a bar? If an establishment is saying no ball caps and jerseys are allowed in this establishment, then have that posted outside that says that. Otherwise, you cannot discriminate against people coming in with ball caps and jerseys. Okay.
Is there a dress code for any of the businesses in Garage Logic? Because I want to propose one. And you guys can probably guess what it is.
No sleeveless shirts.
Wow.
You might be disappointed in me on Friday. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time.
Cut off jean shorts.
Really? Would you really?
I want to fit in at the fair. My proposal for Garage Logic, maybe at the Knack Hardware and Lounge, you're not getting in unless your ball cap is facing forward.
Ooh.
That's my only dress code.
But in Garage Logic, no hats indoors.
Well, I don't care about that one.
Yeah, but I do.
Well, I don't.
Well, I do.
Well, I don't.
Well, I do.
Well, listen here, pal. I don't.
Wait a minute. We're not indoors at the fair.
No, but in the town of Garage Logic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're talking about the Knack Hardware and Lounge.
I'm sorry.
You can't wear your hat indoors.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought
At
It's
the
a
fair,
bar.
At the far, I don't
Joe,
care.
it's a
I
bar
don't
and it's
care.
a hardware store.
That's too bad.
You almost have to have a hat on in a hardware store. What are you, some sort of commie?
No, but I'll turn to one now.
I thought he was implying that there was a big dome over.
Let's
Garage Logic.
go to Jason Chavez for the lowdown on this, because he knows everything and he's very bright.
He is.
Councilmember Jason Chavez detailed a personal experience he had in an uptown bar during Pride Month before he was elected to office.
Okay.
There was an individual in front of me wearing similar clothes as me. The only difference is they had a pouch that was black and I had a pouch that was rainbow. Why was someone wearing the same thing as me with the pouch that was black let in, Chavez said. Well, he had his multicolored pouch. Yeah. What the hell is a pouch? The man purse thing?
I guess. I don't know what a
Oh,
pouch.
for God's sakes. Muluk Eltag, the Minneapolis resident, spoke in favor of the ordinance because she said she experienced this type of discrimination. In 2023, I was at an Irish pub downtown celebrating a friend. Both of us were ID'd multiple times, and we were asked to pay before our food arrived, Eltag said. She said posting requirements would create transparency and prevent humiliation. You mean there's a place where you go where you have to pay before you get the food? Or was it just those two had to pay before they got the food?
Probably just those two.
Who cares? I don't know. This is just terrible. This is terrible discrimination.
My dress code would be, would this be illegal? Jason Chavez not allowed on these premises.
Right.
That would be 86th forever.
He's got the circle with the red slash.
He does seem to have a lot of personal experience with everything that comes up.
Yep.
He does every little thing.
Everything.
That's what makes him such a good council president.
Oh, I see.
Don't you know nothing? Protections against discrimination based on protected class are already in place under federal and state laws. If there is no evidence to substantiate a civil rights claim of discrimination, it sounds like that it will be assumed that the proprietor can still be held responsible under the licensing ordinance. Would their liquor license be at risk? It sounds like it. This is according to somebody named Robin Russell. The ordinance unanimously passed out of committee. Chair Jamal Osman said this isn't a solution that will solve discrimination, but it's a step in the right direction. The ordinance will go before the... Oh, I thought they voted on it already. It goes before the council 2 days from now, August 27th. Isn't that the day the fair starts?
It is.
See at the fair.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I hope it all works out.
They really tackle the tough issues over there in the Mill City, don't
They
they?
get down to some serious business, Kenny, because that city is running like a fine Swiss watch.
Hey, back to Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
In the early years, again, she was very poor, but I will say that the family did move to something called Locust Ridge.
Sure.
And I would say, when you move up there, wouldn't you say, why do they call it Locust Ridge? Oh, no. The locusts are coming? Why would you
Only
move to
because they come
Locust
to
Ridge?
us.
You wrapped me up for that?
Yeah.
What?
Only because they come to us all the way from Marloth Park in Mpumalanga,
Here come
South
all the
Africa.
locusts.
From the traveling Lymans. It was on this day in Minnesota history.
Today is August 25th.
Well, I remember this from last year. On this day in 1827, Minnesota's first post office was established at Fort Snelling. On this day,
August 25th.
In 1901, Elmer Angstrom was born in Minneapolis. He was involved in the development of color television during his career with the RCA Corporation.
Do you have a color TV?
3 of them. Why?
I don't know.
On this day,
August 25th.
in 1917, reacting to protests in New Ulm over the use of draftees in World War I, the Commission of Public Safety, under orders from Governor Joseph A. Burnquist, maybe the only governor with 2 middle initials, suspended Mayor Louis Fritchie from office. Other city officials and the president of Martin Luther College were also removed from their positions. These actions effectively ended the protests, although Fritchie was later reelected. On this day,
Joe, today is August 25th.
in 1937, Congress established the state's first national monument, Pipestone National Monument in southwestern Minnesota. Native people, including the Dakota, have mined pipestone, catlinite, from the quarry inside the monument for hundreds of years.
One of the most underrated spots in the state. We were just there a couple weeks ago.
On this day in sports disappointment history.
Who'd we lose to on August 25th, Joe?
Well, on this day in 1928, Duluth lost the Eskimos, an NFL team.
I thought Duluth was the
whatever the
Eskimos.
NFL was. Yeah, but they disbanded.
Oh.
The Duluth Eskimos disbanded. On this day,
Duluth lost or lost 2?
the
Oh, they
Duluth
lost
Eskimos
the-
disbanded.
Okay.
I see. Locust Street,
Yes.
On this day
August 25th.
in 1969, Billy Martin refused Vice President Hubert Humphrey's cameras in the locker room after a loss.
What a dink.
On this day
Aug 25.
in 1970, the Met Stadium bomb threat. Your attention, please.
That's not Earl Batty.
George Mitterwald.
Mitterwald.
He ran across the
To the
parking lot to the Thunderbird bar. That's when Casey said a bomb. Well,
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. A bomb is about to go off just beyond second base. Take cover immediately.
Like disco demolition?
and it was on that day that same day a bomb went off in Dayton's downtown St. Paul.
Really?
Did your wife report that?
No.
No.
No, that was
What you looking for, Joe? Did you lose a
Put
tooth?
it in D and she went to Dayton's.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could get the time in the town.
And flag
Hello?
update.
Can you get grapes at the little Target?
And flag update. The Ironton, Minnesota Legion proudly flies the real state flag.
wait
Not
a
sure if
minute.
it counts, but there it is. See you at the fair. Sandy, the GL quilter.
Sandy, we love you, but
Sandy.
we can't see it. It's at the Legion?
Why not?
Does that count?
That counts.
It was
Because
flying where
Sandy
I
sent it in, it counts.
All right.
Got it down in my backyard. Put her up there.
Such it was flying where I voted at my township.
Oh, wonderful. You won't tell us where that is, so
No,
it won't
hell
make the
no.
Mind your
crawl.
own business, Bill.
Thank you,
Notice any
GLers.
fraud back then at
Thank
your-
you.
Any
Thank
Republican
you.
fraud, Kenny? or
Mind your own businessville Township.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, hi, how are you? You should join us at the Great Minnesota Get Together this coming Friday.
We got some state fair artwork. We've got Lake Detective. We got Doris Mold. We've got music.
Is all that going to fit in 1 hour?
Sure.
We're gonna cram
What
5
about-
pounds of crap into a 2-pound bag.
What about walleye?
Walleye on a
on a
stick.
Walleye on a Stick is the big sponsor. You bet.
You betcha.
Okay.
Find us on YouTube, where, by the way, you'll be able to watch all of those theatrics at the Great Minnesota Get Together on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It'll all be there for you. Just search Garage Logic on all of those platforms, and also hit the subscribe button. And, oh, by the way, sign up for that daily Logician email that comes right to your inbox, and it includes the most recent episode of the podcast.